Greetings, 8th grade. We're going to go over today how to make a foldable, which we're going to use as an organizer for our notes that we're going to be taking in science. The first thing I want you to do is get a blank sheet of paper. It could be lined paper or it could be unlined paper. And we are going to be using this to organize our notes for the next thing we're doing in science. The first step, well, after you get the piece of paper, is to have it the long way, I'd say hamburger style, and you're going to fold that in half. Next, you're going to open that up and fold each side into that center crease which you just made. So there's one side. And there's the other side. Alright. So this is going to be a book that we're going to be opening up the sides on, but the next thing we're going to do is make 4 flaps on each side. So in order to find out where our 4 flaps should be, we're going to open it all the way up and now fold it in half hot dog style. And then do the same thing where we're going to open it and fold in each side into that middle crease. You can pause the video along the way if you need more time. So I have now divided my sheet of paper into 16 different pieces. Keep in mind that our goal is to have it look like this and have flaps. So what we're going to do is on the inside, where you see all those creases, we're going to take a pen or pencil and you're going to trace those creases on the middle 2 sections. So we have something that looks like that. Finally, you're going to take a pair of scissors and each crease along the side, so again, along the short side, not the long side, along the short side, you're going to cut in until we get to the next crease. And we're going to do that on both sides. So you should be making a total of 6 cuts to make a total of 8 flaps. Alright. So this is what the graphic organizer will look like. And as you open a flap, you're going to have a topic on the outside and information on the inside. So we are going to divide up the information into the following pieces. We're going to have atoms, molecules. I'll show you how I did that. I just wrote that right on the front of my first 2 tabs. So those first 2 are about our building blocks. You've got atoms and molecules. Everything underneath of here, we're going to actually be keeping things on 2 different sides. Half is going to be talking about ionic bonds, and the other side is going to be talking about covalent bonds. So, before we talk about each one of those kinds of bonds, we're going to have terminology, some vocabulary that we're going to be using. So I'm going to label terminology or terms, or you could even say vocabulary. on both sides. And then we have our two big ideas of today: ionic bonds and covalent bonds. Lastly, on each side we're going to have examples. So here is what the front of your graphic organizer would look like. So as you look at it, we see atoms on this side, and when we open it, we'll have information about atoms. Then we'll have molecules. So that is really the big topic, and we're going to answer the question, what is a molecule? In order to do so, we need to talk about ionic bonds and covalent bonds. Those are two ways in which molecules are formed. In ionic bonds, you see positively and negatively charged atoms coming together, and because they have opposite charges, they bond together. In covalent bonds, we have atoms that share electrons, and so we're going to define how they share electrons. Finally, underneath, we'll give common examples of each different kind of bond. Great, this is your tutorial on how to make it. I'll give you more information on what to put on the inside. What you're going to do on the blank back side is just glue this straight into your notebook. So this is going to go in your notebook, and you can title this section Molecule Graphic Organizer. Have a great day.